The drink?
In each generation, there can only be one who sees all, one who knows all, one who conquers all. Now the time has come for destiny to be decided as one man and one boy are locked in the ultimate battle of good versus evil. It caught your imagination, thrilled and terrified you. Now prepare for the most powerful 2-hour finale you'll ever see. American Gothic.
11/20 Wednesday.
Marlowe's huge New Year sale catalogue is out now. Packed with great bargains on parts and accessories, Marlowe's want to give you the very best start to the new year. Just check out these bargains. Save $10 on this powerful digital radio cassette with digital tuner. With the best price and quality Bosch parts, you can be part of a winning team. 6 litres of motor oil is only $9.95. Marlowe's has a full range of workshop services to fit all your parts and accessories. With many more bargains and 5 pages of parts, make sure you join the team at Marlowe's and have a happy new year.
Here's the album for summer, Hit Machine 15 with 20 of the biggest. So rock out with Oasis, Jimmy Barnes, John Farnham, John Stevens. Hit Machine 15, 20 max tracks with No Mercy, Dead or Alive and Baby Bird. There's no cooling down with Hit Machine 15, get it now.
Presenting a great leap forward in batteries. Introducing Duracell Power Check. The battery with a fuel gauge so you can check its power. Anytime, anywhere. New Duracell Power Check. No battery is more advanced.
Boys, things are bad. They're gonna sell this place to the Board of Education, and I'll be out on the street. That money's got to be in the Cook County Assessor's office with it.
Thursday.
Philip Waters, this is my ex-wife, Dawn.
The trouble is just beginning.
We want to have a baby.
And the wonders never cease.
Does anyone mind if I sing?
You'll never experience anything like it.
You're telling me I should not be worried.
On Chicago Hope, Thursday.
Now available, A Time to Kill.
You think the jury should convict Carl E. Haley? Objection! Turn him loose!
We need some clan down here.
Video City. Video City. Oh, that's entertainment.
The Addams Family Values.
Wait. Be afraid.
Premiere soon.
Everybody, come on. Just let me. I like that. Soothe me, baby. Soothe me. Soothe me with your eyes. Let the good times go.
From all of us here at GWN, to you and your family, all the best for 1997. Happy New Year, Western Australia.
Sir! Sir!
Thank you.
What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? What if he walks in? He's not gonna walk.
Hey, listen, tell Teddy that I'm gonna meet him.
The joys of impending motherhood.
You know, if I could have the kid...
Don't even start. You'd have one cramp and kill yourself.
Mad About You, 8:30 tonight. Abbott's WaterTech services are the people to see for pumping and filtration equipment. Strong local knowledge ensures you get a pumping system that does the job at the right price for years to come. Mention this ad, and Abbott's WaterTech services will give you a free water filter with any purchase of a water pressure system. So come into Abbott's WaterTech services, your authorised Grundfos dealer and water system specialists.
They're here. Come see the world's greatest riders from 6 nations in Speedway's toughest test for one night only. The Southwestern Times proudly present the Series 500 International Speedway Masters. England's 5-time world champion Simon Wigg heads an all-star cast. There's the awesome Aussies, led by defending champ Craig Boyce. Plus there's the Southwest Waste Demolition Derby. 7 p.m. Saturday, January 4 at the Bunbury City and Regional Raceway.
The bikes are back.
White men, white women. The swastika is calling.
Separated by a power surge.
He has the magic to travel between worlds.
Thrust into a virtual hell.
That gateway will remain open for 60 seconds and it will shut by itself.
8:30 Friday.
It might be dangerous.
I've fallen into some kind of astral plane.
The ultimate ride.
17 seconds and counting.
Same time. Same place.
I can slide.
Different dimensions. Sliders. 8:30 Friday.
Exmouth, we've got it all.
Please get to him before we do.
In the GWN News Hour.
The tragic aftermath of going to have a ludicrous situation.
Refused to comment today. Details about the baby today.
Over the limit.
The calls to GWN News.
It's crashed in the first
to private hospitals.
Bomb blast ripped through a train. This is a revenue scam.
Treasurer Peter Costello.
It was a wild and GWN News at
the best surfing break. Several hundred who fled with the finals of the vital clue.
Weeknights at 6. The GWN News Hour.
By now you know Alanis Morissette. Her new single is Head Over Feet. The album of the year, and now the singles box. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Okay, Cholo.
All right, man, we've been in this car for 3 hours now. Where the hell is this place?
Boys, you're in big trouble.
Wouldn't you just love a relaxing spa pool? Well, Jacuzzi Australia have this unbeatable offer. A 5-seater Just Heaven spa with all equipment, only $2,990 or $25.60 per week. The larger Oasis 7-seater in sandstone or green marble is only $3,990 or $33.69 per week. Remember, first 10 buyers receive a free cover. Call Jacuzzi on 09 249 9914. That's 09 249 9914.
They're here. Come see the world's greatest riders from 6 nations in Speedway's toughest test. For one night only, the Southwestern Times proudly present the Series 500 International Speedway Masters. England's 5-time world champion Simon Wigg heads an all-star cast. There's the awesome Aussies, led by defending champ Craig Boyce. Plus there's the Southwest Waste Demolition Derby. 7 p.m. Saturday, January 4 at the Bunbury City and Regional Raceway.
The bikes are back.
You owe me. We'll play anywhere, anytime, for anybody.
Put us in the Double-Up Lounge or the Morgan Park Theater or the Crystal. We always knock them dead in those joints.
All right, come on, Alexis, let's go. Come on, hurry up.
Diving,
Surfing,
snorkeling,
fishing,
Exmouth,
sailing,
whale shark watching,
boating,
beachcombing,
Exmouth,
bushwalking,
abseiling,
caving,
island hopping,
Exmouth,
friendly people,
seafood,
nightlife,
never-ending summer.
Exmouth.
Exmouth, the gateway to the Ningaloo Reef and the Cape Range National Park.
Come to Exmouth for the best holiday you'll ever have. Exmouth,
we've got it all.
Jesus broke plenty of rules in the way he related to people. He looked beyond the obvious. Race, creed, colour, age, gender, health, status. Jesus showed more than tolerance. He took risks and related to people in a radical way. Touching people with contagious diseases who'd been rejected by society. And talking with women even though society considered them as nothing. Befriending people who are lonely and cast aside. Jesus showed us the way to relate to people.
Chemical attractions.
You won't think I'm weak.
Willpower's overrated.
Deadly delusions.
I am sick and tired of justifying my life to everybody around here.
Kelly is desperate to hide the truth.
If she gets busted, we're probably going to get busted with her.
90210, Thursday.
Gordon Clifford and his family have worked this land for a long time past. And they're looking forward to working it well into the future too. And every quarter, every year, Gordon is reminded just how much tree farming really is smart farming. For more information, free call Bunnings Tree Farms, 1-800-637-222.
I sure hope this thing leads someplace.
Elwood, we're gone, man.
9:30 Friday.
Stay clear.
A crazed Marine with a sinister secret.
Did you kill this man?
That means death.
Odds are some of you aren't going to come back.
Space, above and beyond. 9:30 Friday.
Diving,
surfing,
snorkeling,
fishing,
Exmouth,
sailing,
whale shark watching,
boating,
beachcombing,
Exmouth,
bushwalking,
abseiling,
caving,
island hopping,
Exmouth,
friendly people,
seafood,
nightlife,
never-ending summer.
Exmouth.
Exmouth, the gateway to the Ningaloo Reef and the Cape Range National Park.
Come to Exmouth for the best holiday you'll ever have. Exmouth, we've got it all.
There they are.
The adventure of a lifetime becomes a desperate race for her life in a hostile land.
You are a beautiful woman.
Victoria Principal in a movie that will take you over the edge. Murder on a Rio Grande, tonight on GWN.
We got to try to find a way to get ignited.
All right, man, let's get hot and stay that way.
Woo! You gotta love this. You gotta love it.
Gotta have a tempo, man. Gotta have a tempo.
The best in the National Football League. Let's go.
National Football League this week, the sudden death wildcard weekend blasts off when Buffalo host postseason rookies Jacksonville in an absolute thriller. It's a rematch of last season's AFC Championship when the Colts visit the Steelers at Pittsburgh. And the defending Super Bowl champions Dallas put their title on the line when they meet Minnesota at Texas Stadium. Welcome to the first of our wildcard playoff shows. Tonight we'll celebrate the new year with 3 sensational games of football. And then Thursday morning we'll complete the round when the Philadelphia Eagles head west to San Francisco to challenge Steve Young's 49ers. Plus we've got some great news. Wide World of Sports will bring you the divisional playoffs live this weekend. Details later in the show. But first up tonight, the AFC clash between the Buffalo Bills and the postseason debutants, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this is an intriguing matchup between a young team that's on a roll and an experienced squad that struggled in the past month. But Darren Bennett, although the Bills have lost 3 of their last 4, they still have that knack of winning the big games, don't they?
Well, there's no bigger game than the playoffs, and the Buffalo Bills have got a 9-game winning streak at home in the playoffs running, which is the longest in NFL history. A lot of that has to do with their experience and the home field advantage. It's very cold and windy at Rich Stadium, and a lot of teams find it difficult to come in there and play, but because they practice in it all the time, they have a definite advantage there. They have a core of experienced players in Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, Steve Tasker, and also Coach Marv Levy that have taken them to 4 Super Bowls in the 90s. Unfortunately, they've lost all of those Super Bowls, and time's really running out for these players because they've been together for 10 years. On the other hand, Jacksonville's a young franchise that have got their own group of experienced players they picked up through free agency in the last couple of years. They're led by Natron Means, a running back from the Chargers who, in the second half of the season this year, really got back to his pre-Super Bowl form of 1994 when he took the Chargers all the way. The other person to look for is Mark Brunell, their quarterback. He's a little bit like Steve Young. He likes to hold the ball and run with it a little bit, so the defenses have to account for that. They've got the #1 ranked passing offense in the NFL and also the #2 overall. They had a bit of a slow start at 3-6, but they seem to have squeezed their way through into the playoffs with 5 wins in a row to finish the season. This is the first time these two teams have played, and the way I see it, it's the great tradition of the Bills versus the team that's trying to create their own tradition, the Jaguars, and I couldn't think of a better way to start the playoff race.
Tony, Darren, good to see the Goaties disappeared at last as well. OK, let's get right into it now as the NFL's upstarts Jacksonville take on the wily Buffalo Bills. Our coverage is courtesy of Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann from America's ABC.
Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, where the Buffalo Bills have the best postseason mark in NFL history, a perfect 9-0. Today they host the expansion Jacksonville Jaguars in an AFC wildcard playoff. In their first 2 seasons, the Jacksonville Jaguars played to an average temperature of 61 degrees. The worst weather conditions they ever played in, it was 42. They came up here expecting it to be much worse. They catch the first break of the playoffs. It is 48 degrees for Buffalo, a balmy 48 at kickoff. Steve Christie to kick off to Bucky Brooks and Ricky Bell, who wait at the goal line. And the playoffs are underway. Brooks from the 4. Across the 30. There is a marker down back at the 22-yard line. Raymond Jackson shoved him out of bounds after an excellent return, but it will come back. The Jaguars in the last 4 games have been nearly penalty-free.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist, number 35 on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
For Jacksonville's offense, quarterback Mark Brunell led the NFL with over 4,300 passing yards and rushed for another 396. Means is the running back. McCardell and Smith both over 1,000 yards receiving. Mitchell and Brown the tight ends. Up front, the bookend tackles. Baselli and Searcy along with Coleman, Wydell and Tilsky. So the Jaguars have to start from their own 9. Brunell to throw on first down, and Means can't hold it. Buffalo's defense led by Bruce Smith, number 2 on the all-time sack list, joined up front by Hanson and Washington. The linebackers, Pop, Spielman, the leading tackler, Covington and Rogers. In the secondary, Burris, Matt Stevens, the rookie, Schulz, and Thomas Smith. And it has been the defense that has carried the Buffalo Bills. They were brilliant a week ago, especially Bruce Smith against the Kansas City Chiefs. Natron Means, 110 yards a week ago, nothing there.
Mike, Bruce Smith gets so much credit for his pass rush ability and overlooked a little bit his run-stopping ability. He just takes a hard inside against Baselli. He's going right with the flow. There's no way Baselli gets a chance to cut him off. And once Bruce gets a step on somebody, you can't stop him.
The Jaguars on 3rd and long will go with 3 wide receivers. Brunell nearly sacked, throws it away. The flag is down. Is it a safety or not? Jim Jeffcoat had Brunell at the goal line.
Mike, I think they're going to call it on about the 1-yard line because his momentum took him back in. When Brunell stopped, Smith took him back in. I don't think they're going to call a safety. It'll be like the half-yard line.
Intentional grounding, number 8 at the 1-yard line. 4th down. Loss of down.
You'll see Bruce Smith push the pocket from the left side. Now, great job by the defense. Brunell has nowhere to go. Baselli tries to run him around. Smith does it. Smith causes him to come inside. Now you see, he was not in the end zone. That's just a good play by Jeffcoat.
Now they have to punt it out of the end zone. Brian Barker has to be careful not to step on the line. The rush is on, and he got it away somehow. Burris at the 42, and Burris buried in his tracks. Excellent coverage by Bucky Brooks. Here's Buffalo's lineup. Jim Kelly, after a miserable start and a bad hamstring, has played much better down the stretch. Thurman Thomas at running back, playing on a bad ankle. The wide receivers, Tasker, Reed, and Early. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end.
Mike, the defense did their job in the first series. Now, if Buffalo goes down and puts some points on the board, all the pressure falls on the shoulders of a young Jaguar team.
Give you the rest of Buffalo's offense after the first play. Kelly starts from the Jaguar 43-yard line. Great field position. And Kelly to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. Quinn Early at the Jacksonville 28. Aaron Beasley on the coverage. Give you the rest of Buffalo's offense. Thurman Thomas at running back, playing with a bad ankle. The wide receivers, Tasker, Reed, and Early. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end. Bills going hurry up. Thurman Thomas with his first carry. Inside the 25 to the 24. Up front, that offensive line has had a problem with injuries. Fina, Brown, the 11-year veteran, Hull, Ostrowski, and Parker. And Dana Hall, the strong safety, is the injured Jaguar. Bills facing a 2nd and 6. Hall leaves. Travis Davis checks in at strong safety for Jacksonville.
This is a great down for Jim Kelly, Mike. 2nd down and 6. The defense isn't quite sure what they're going to do. If it was 2nd and 8, you figure, hey, he's got to throw. But with 2nd and 6, spread him out. He can run Thurman Thomas off the corner either way, or he can try and work the middle of the football field to Tasker inside or one of his tight ends.
Jim Kelly, 3rd all-time in NFL postseason, over 3,600 yards. More interceptions than touchdowns, however. Shovel pass to Thomas. Thurman Thomas to the 14-yard line. First down, Bills. And Atlanta last week nearly killed Jacksonville with screen passes.
And that's the thing. You just got to try and figure out a way to get Thurman Thomas the ball in space. They're going to start to the right. Jim Kelly looking like he wants to go downfield. Thurman does a nice job of just weeding through the traffic and making the play. Doing a good job protecting the ball, too.
First down inside the 15-yard line. Thomas. Room to run outside. To the 8-yard line. Travis Davis horse-collared him there.
When they get Thurman Thomas going, Mike, this is an offense that is so hard to stop. But we talked about the offensive line being a key. Jerry Ostrowski, number 60, comes across. Now he's just moving along, does a nice job of kicking out Kevin Hardy. Thurman with patience turns up inside and gets the game.
2nd and 4. Thurman. Stuffed after a gain of maybe a half yard. On defense for Jacksonville on the line, Lageman, Davey, Yurkovich, and Clyde Simmons, the number 9 man on the all-time sack list. The linebackers, Kevin Hardy, the rookie with tremendous speed, McManus and Robinson, the secondary, in a moment. 3rd and 3. Kelly at time. Thomas wide open. Touchdown.
Mike, that's a question again of a great job by the offensive line, picking up the blitzes inside. Here come the linebackers inside. McManus tries to fill. Thurman Thomas is wide open in the flat, and he dropped one last week. And I'll guarantee you that's exactly what went through his mind. He wasn't going to drop this one.
Christie for the point after. A 43-yard drive, the last 28 all. Thurman Thomas, 11 on the ground, 17 receiving, 7-0 Bills.
What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? What if he walks in? He's not gonna walk.
Hey, listen, tell Teddy that I'm gonna meet him.
The joys of impending motherhood.
You know, if I could have the kid.
Don't even start. You'd have one cramp and kill yourself.
Mad About You, 8:30 tonight.
Lewin Estate is the perfect spot for a summer of music relaxing under the stars. Bring the family to Lewin's annual Australia Day long weekend concert, Saturday, January 25th, and enjoy the sounds of our very own Yothu Yindi. And don't miss the chance to enjoy Shirley Bassey and the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra in a second concert special by popular demand, Sunday, February 16. Pack a picnic or enjoy the sumptuous food on offer at a Lewin concert this summer.
The Jacksonville defense talking about that last sequence of plays. Thurman Thomas couldn't have been more wide open,
No,
Joe.
Mike, it seemed a little bit ill-conceived as a blitz. What happened is Jacksonville wants to bring the linebackers, and it looks like they want Robinson to run all the way and cover Smith out into the flat, or excuse me, Thurman Thomas. Here comes Kevin Hardy inside, McManus inside, and there's really nobody there. All that can be is a screw-up in coverage when you try and bring 4 to the weak side. And there they are. That's the coaches going over everything. That's John Pease on the right, Tom Coughlin in the middle.
Great start for the Bills, and Jacksonville's got to be wound a little tight right now in their first playoff game. Brooks from the 1. Bucky Brooks with his second good return takes it out to the 26-yard line. Nice shot on special teams by Mark Pike. The playoff difference between these two clubs is astounding, of course. The Jaguars, 23 players who have ever been in the playoffs, 73 games, 5 have been in Super Bowls. Look at the Bills, 49 Super Bowls combined with 35 players and 333 playoff games overall. Single back for Jacksonville. Brunell and the naked bootleg and throws it away. Pete Mitchell, the only one out there, but right on him was Sam Rogers.
Well, what happens is they want to run a little bootleg. Okay, fine. If you want to do that and the safety's not there, you can get it off. In that case, Kurt Schultz, number 24, came up on the right side and came right away as soon as the ball was snapped. Good decision by Wade Phillips to put pressure on Brunell. They're not afraid to go after him, even though they know he can run.
Wade Phillips has done a sensational job with this defense. They're number 1 in the NFL against the rush, giving up only 3.4 yards a carry. And the crowd really in it. Means nowhere to go. Gang tackle after a gain of 1.
Mike, I felt like when the Buffalo Bills got Ted Washington on defense, it really helped out the big guys. There he is in the middle. He's just going to stop this thing. You can't block him one-on-one. He just makes sure that the center and the guards can't get to the linebackers and allows them to make plays.
Washington, the former San Francisco 49er, simply stuffs the middle.
Tipping the scales at about 340 pounds, which has created a big problem for Kevin Gilbride.
3 wide receivers on 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz. Means on the screen. And Jeff Cope was right there to make the tackle. The wily 14-year veteran.
That's the second great big play he made. He sacked Brunell the first time. This time he's over there on the other side. And now he sets up and stops the screen. Good job of playing off of Leon Searcy, number 72, and being in the right place.
Barker to punt again. His numbers on the year. Burris waits at his own 39. Low line drive, but a long way downfield, and Burris has trouble inside his own 20. And a flag is down at the end of the play. Ty Halleck with a great job getting downfield and making the tackle after a 57-yard punt. And Barker was fortunate that that one didn't come back a long way. That had no hang time.
Well, Mike, just so you know how good a punt that was, he was kicking into the wind. Now, as you look at the field where the Buffalo Bills are on the sidelines, the wind is blowing actually in their face. A little caddy corner left.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist, number 94 on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Tom Coughlin and his Jaguars got into the playoffs in dramatic fashion. You've heard of the shot heard round the world. We'd like to show you the shot heard round Jacksonville, Florida.
It is from 31 yards. There's the snap. The place with the kick is up. It's on the way. And it's no good. It's no good. My God. It's no good.
If you haven't heard yet, the Jaguars beat the Falcons this afternoon. The score 19-17.
In just its second year, the team is ready to get off the porch and run with the NFL's big dogs.
This town has been turned upside down.
Playoffs, baby, come on. That's what we're talking about.
It is very much a college atmosphere in Jacksonville, Florida. They have embraced this team, and many made the trip up here. Holmes will start in the backfield on this series for the Bills, and he's wrapped up in a hurry as they try the sweep.
Well, you know, Mike, I think it's important for Jacksonville to settle down now. They were like catching a snowball coming downhill there for a moment. The Bills get good field position. They go in and score. They get stopped again. Here they just have to settle down, and Jerron just got to get his troops relaxed and let them go play.
2nd and 11 for Jim Kelly. The quick out is complete. They won't get a lot out of that as Quinn Early makes the catch and hit by Robert Massey.
Jim Kelly continuing to get good protection. Good 5-step drop. You know, really, there's nothing wrong with Jim's arm. Everybody says he can't do this and he can't do that. He just needs some time to do it.
3rd and 3. Draw play to Holmes. Trying to get outside, and Brackens is right there to make the tackle at the 14-yard line. The sensational rookie out of the University of Texas.
Tony Brackens, the last month of December, has put on a show. And here he shows not only his quickness, but his strength. He knocks Fina back, good vision on the runner, then plays off and makes the tackle.
Chris Moore to punt with the win to Chris Hudson. Beautiful high floater, and Hudson back at his own 37-yard line. Can't go anywhere. Irvin down quickly on special teams. A 1-yard return after a 49-yard punt. 7-0 Bills first quarter.
Separated by a power surge.
He has the magic to travel between worlds.
Thrust into a virtual hell.
That gateway will remain open for 60 seconds, and it will shut by itself.
8:30 Friday.
It might be dangerous.
I've fallen into some kind of astral plane.
The ultimate ride.
17 seconds and counting.
Same time. Same place.
I can slide.
Different dimensions. Sliders. 8:30 Friday.
When you buy a fiberglass tank from Tanks West, well, you know you've made the right choice. They come with a 20-year guarantee and free delivery almost anywhere. They're tough, durable, and light and easy to install. Tanks West, they're leading the way in fiberglass tanks. They don't rust, taste, or leak. Tanks West.
Bryce Pop, who has been bothered by a groin injury, close to full speed and able to start today. Mark Brunell's got to have a little nerves, Joe. What was your first playoff experience like?
Well, just about the way his has been. Right now in the third series, you're settled down. Now you get a chance to play football. Now you're down to business.
For the third straight series, they start with a pass, and Covington with a sack. Damon Covington out of NC State has started the last 3 games for Mark Maddox, and they are coming after Brunell.
Mike, we talked about the job that Buffalo's offensive line has to do to protect Kelly. That's the thing that Jacksonville's line has to do and haven't. You'll see him right here. Covington's coming right up the middle now. Natron Means supposed to block him. He's supposed to block him. You can't lower your head, Natron. You're not going to block him. It's going to be real important that the backs pick up the backers if Brunell wants time to throw.
Jacksonville has run 7 plays. They have lost 11 yards. 4-man rush this time, nearly intercepted. Covington had his hands on it, couldn't hold it. Keep in mind, this is the #2 offense in the NFL, the #1 pass offense, and they can't get anything started.
There's 1 or 2 ways that Kevin Gilbride can go right now, Mike. He can try and run something real simple, get his team back over, talk to him again, or he can just try and throw one down the field, maybe match up Jimmy Smith against Jeff Burrows, and take a chance on an interference call.
Brunell only 1 of his first 5. Here comes the blitz. Brunell hangs in there and completes it to Smith. First down, Jacksonville. Excuse me, he's going to be short of the first down at the 42.
But at least they got a positive play, Mike. It's
the first one.
It's the first positive play for Jacksonville. It's something to build on. But again, the Bills doing a terrific job on defense.
Burris back waiting for the punt of Brian Barker, who hit that 59-yarder the last time. Buffalo drops out of the rush. Barker hands it up into the wind for Burris at the 6. And Burris takes it back across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Let's check in with Mark Malone. Mark.
Thanks, Mike. We've talked all day today about how important the offensive line is, how important Jim Kelly is in that K-gun offense. Really, the guy that makes it work and the guy that the Jaguars were most concerned about was Thurman Thomas, and they used him extremely well in that first drive. Early against the 4-3, of course, the shovel pass, drawing the rush, and then Thurman breaks loose for the big gain. And then they run the patented counter tray, again from the spread formation. Thurman picking his way through the defense and picking up another big gain. And then, of course, a touchdown pass when they tried to blitz Kelly. Thurman slipping out into the flat, and he gets the touchdown. Thurman Thomas is one of the most prolific postseason backs there is. Here's his numbers on that drive. 3 rushes, 11 yards, 2 receptions for 17. 2 of those receptions first downs, and, of course, the 1 touchdown. They've got to get him the football, Mike.
And Mark, even with a bad ankle, he went over 1,000 yards again, matching Barry Sanders with 8 straight seasons. Kelly throws to Quinn early. It's been his favorite target. Across the 20. May have the first down out at the 24. Kelly has been sharp early.
He really has, Mike. And the key for Jim Kelly on offense is to have the ability to step up into the line. That's what the guys in the middle are doing. See Kent Hull, Ruben? Look at that. They're just there. See it? There's no right here. There's this big pocket for him to step into.
Kelly with another shovel pass, and this one is picked off. Intercepted by Clyde Simmons. Touchdown. Holy cow, what a huge play for Jacksonville.
You can't go to the well too often. It worked for him once against Clyde. He saw it once as a veteran. He's not going to let it happen again.
11 years out of Western Carolina, and Jim Kelly suffers his 28th playoff interception. Huge play for Simmons because this team had been dominated.
Well, the first time, Mike, we saw Thurman make that catch and reception on the touchdown drive, he had to weave through traffic. This time he was trying to do the same thing. Clyde just laid in the weeds and waited for him.
Mike Hollis for the point after. And we are tied at 7.
Mike Hollis's extra point is good.
Clyde's right here. They're going to try and run this underneath. He's just going to hang right there, wind up taking it in for the TD. He comes upfield, sees what's going on. He never took his eyes off Kelly. Focused on him all the way. There's another look. He tries to throw it. See, Fina went to the ground too quick. That way, Clyde's still standing up, looking at what's going on. Then he does a good job of protecting the ball.
Turnovers are so critical in playoff games. Look what happens if you are +3. If you have 3 more turnovers than your opponent, you win 87.8% of the time. +2, 80% of the time. Even +1, you win 71.9% of your ball games. And if you're -1, you only win 28.
I want to know how you win 71.9. I mean, that always baffles me because somehow or other there's a quarter that gets thrown in there they factor in.
Jim Kelly's had a problem with interceptions this year, especially at the beginning of the season.
Let me tell you something about Jim Kelly. It don't matter to him. As far as he's concerned, it's over and done with. I'm going back, and I'm going to do what I have to do.
It was his first pass not caught by a Buffalo Bill. Clyde Simmons, who was All-Pro with the Philadelphia Eagles. Moles will receive the kick at the 8-yard line. The speedy rookie breaks the tackle. Moles across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So Kelly goes back to work with his offensive unit from his own 32-yard line.
Mike, I think they got to start running Thurman Thomas. Jim's thrown a lot of passes, but I think you got to get the ground game going.
Thomas, end around, flea flicker. And incomplete off the hands of Quinn Early. Nice coverage by Mickey Washington.
And a good job by the secondary as a whole for the Jaguars. They were not going to be fooled. Great discipline by both corners.
Buffalo loves to run reverses.
They do, and they figure, okay, we're going to show them one. But no, we're not going to do it. Jim, you look down the field. Early trying to do a good job. Just lollygagging a little bit to sucker the defensive back in. Didn't fall for it.
2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz. Good protection. Kelly throws to Tasker, but he'll only pick up about 4 yards. Tasker wrapped up in a hurry by Robert Massey. Tasker is critical to this passing offense.
And Mike, as the game settles in, you get to see what people want to do. Kelly wants to work outside to the wide receivers. Jacksonville wants to bring linebackers up the middle to try and pressure him. So far, Jacksonville has not been able to get to him.
3rd and 6. Kelly throws. Quinn Early, first down. Gain of 15 on that throw.
15-yard gain. First down. Ball at the 47-yard line.
Little under fake to Thurman. He moves across. Jim just doesn't hardly drop it all. Just sets and fires.
Quinn Early already has 4 catches for 50 yards. They want a screen. Kelly having to scramble. Brackens from behind. He ran through the tackle and slides at the 31. John Fina threw a nice block for him. And the old wheels can still do it.
Wouldn't it be something at the end of this game? Kelly, rushing yards, outdoes Brunell. That's something you wouldn't expect. But Brackens makes a big mistake here. Instead of trying to just make a play on Kelly. Okay, great pursuit. Just tackle him. Don't try and knock the ball out. Just tackle him. Kelly picks up 15 yards because Brackens tried to make a play instead of just doing his job.
First down, Bills. Thurman Thomas. Just back to the line of scrimmage. Yurkovich on the bottom of the pile. And the former Green Bay Packer still down. 295-pound defensive lineman.
You know why the fans are booing? Because they think it's a ploy to slow down the offense a little bit. And these Bills fans, they understand what's going on with their football team. They know that once they get a rhythm going, they want to keep it going. And I don't think it's the case at all. I think John's down legitimately.
They are ready for the playoffs again here in Buffalo. The war paint is out. Who will ever forget Yurkovich with that knee injury when he was chopped by Eric Williams in the playoffs? It was a legal block, but only because of the rules. He said, I didn't say it was illegal. I said it was unethical.
Number 64, the left side of your screen right there. You see him. He's moving in to try and make the play. And he gets pushed down and winds up really at the bottom of a pile more than anything else.
He landed hard on that right knee. Yurkovich now up and able to walk off under his own power. He's an important run stopper in that defensive line. Kelvin Pritchett, number 94, will come in at that right tackle spot. 2nd and 10 for the Bills. Kelly under pressure, steps up and throws deep, and throws it away. Nice play by Kelly just to get rid of the ball. And you're seeing a little bit more pressure from that Jacksonville front wall.
Well, Mike, Jim Kelly isn't going to run away from anybody, but he has great pocket presence. He has the ability to move around, not see the rush, but feel it, and then get to a place where he can make a throw.
3rd and 10 now for Buffalo. Kelly right now the leading rusher in the ball game, 15 yards. 4-man rush, plenty of time. Reed nailed as he got to the 15-yard line by Chris Hudson, but it's a gain of 17.
Andre Reed with great patience, just comes off the ball, not in a hurry, gets down inside of Massey. Once he gets inside, he's as strong as there anybody is. Doesn't do it much anymore, run the inside routes, but still very effective.
Another first down, Buffalo. Kelly with time. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end of the 2. Dana Hall saved the touchdown.
Kelly moves this time a little bit to his left. Lots of time to look at what he wants to look at. Lonnie Johnson does a nice job of finding the soft spot in the defense. Picks up the big first down.
1st and goal, Buffalo. Tim Tyndale will be the running back along with Thurman Thomas. Coons, the tight end, also in there. Full house backfield. Kelly to throw in the flat. Klein couldn't hold it. Tony Klein, the tight end, was wide open and couldn't make the catch.
If you remember the Kansas City game last week, it's almost the same play. Little play action fake inside to freeze the linebacker. Then Klein's going to go out. Wide open. Kelly tries to make this throw nice and simple and easy to him, and he misjudges it. Winds up hitting him in the head. Right off his head and his shoulder pad.
Dana Hall, a strong safety, was really fooled. Thurman Thomas. Touchdown. The Bills made that drive look easy.
That's a good job by that offensive line, Mike. They've given Jim Kelly protection during the drives. That time, Thurman Thomas didn't hit the hole real hard. A lot of patience, just picked and choosed and picked his way into the end zone.
And walked in. Christie to the point after. He's 35 out of 35 this year.
You know, Mike, when your offensive linemen have a chance to stroll into the end zone, it guarantees you. Here's Reuben Brown. He's going to come around and watch this. There goes the guard, number 79, excuse me. He walks into the end zone. If he's walking in, you can pretty much guess for sure Thurman Thomas is. There's the wall. He's just cruising on in. Good job by that big O-line.
That unit has been banged up all year, and consequently, Jim Kelly got banged up because he didn't have the protection. Today, he has had excellent protection.
Thursday.
Philip Waters, this is my ex-wife, Dawn.
The trouble is just beginning.
We want to have a baby.
And the wonders never cease.
Does anyone mind if I sing?
You'll never experience anything like it.
You're telling me I should not be worried.
On Chicago Hope, Thursday.
So, you're thinking about private health insurance. But what cover suits you best? Well, you certainly don't want any theatre and accommodation costs. And you don't want to pay for cover you don't need, like a heart bypass or hip replacement. And yes, a baby could be on the horizon. Well, the solution is Healthy Saver, and only HBF has it. Are you with HBF?
127-4 is the yardage total so far. If you joined us late, the Jaguars got on the scoreboard because of an interception by defensive end Clyde Simmons. Or it could be much worse. That time, the defense was shredded for a long drive.
Well, I mean, everybody's looking at pictures, Mike. Everybody wants to see what's going on. Where is Kelly finding the holes in this defense?
Thurman Thomas now #1 all-time in postseason points, 120. Bell hands it off to Brooks. Another good return for Brooks out to the 28-yard line. And the tackle made by Robert Coons. Mark Brunell has had one of those fantasy seasons for the Jacksonville Jaguars. #1 in passing yards, #1 in rushing yards for a quarterback. 6 300 games. Nobody was better. And 63.4% completion rate, and the only quarterback to take every snap this year.
I did that in my first 4 years total.
Did you?
Total.
That's
I needed 4 years to do what he did in 1.
It would take a lot of guys 4 years. The noise is very tough. Flags are down. The pass incomplete. Intended for Smith.
Well, the Jaguars are hoping this is against the Bills.
Offside, defense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, they called Bruce Smith, but it looked like Phil Hansen in the middle of that line jumped early.
You know, it's interesting. Talking to Tony Baselli, he says that Bruce Smith will jump off sides a little bit to try and unsettle him. He's just got to relax and can't go chasing him.
1st and 5. Natron Means. Finally some room to run, and Natron Means breaks it. Scholes trying to catch him from behind and does it to 5. Until that run, the longest run of the year for Natron Means, 35 yards. That one went for 63.
This is basically, Mike, a north-south run. He only had one guy to try and avoid, and the line just does a terrific job of giving him a place to go. Watch the offensive line come off the ball. They've got all the Bills stood up. They've got a body on a body, and then he's gone.
The first down of the game for Jacksonville. Means And here's where the Bills are so tough. They were brilliant a week ago against Kansas City.
Mike, here's where the Jacksonville Jaguars have struggled on offense. They've been able to get in the red area, but for some reason their offense just has not been able to put points. Look at that. They're ranked 29th in the league compared to the Bills' 4th on defense.
Second and goal just inside the 5. Wade Phillips' unit came up big last week. Can they do it again? Brunell trying to change the play. And now he wants a timeout. Give one to the fans for that timeout.
Mike, what Jacksonville is going to have to do in the red area when these fans get going in particular is Tom Coughlin is just going to have to say, listen, let's stay with one play. We're going to call it. We're going to have to run it. We're going to have to execute it. If they beat us, they beat us. Because if they do this every time they get in there, they don't have enough timeouts.
They'd run out in a hurry. Let's go back to the 63-yard scamper by Natron Means.
Tony Baselli comes down hard inside and just takes Bruce Smith all the way down. Now, Smith is off balance, so he can't recover. Now, here's the play from Natron's view. Look at that hole. Cuts it up inside. Stevens can't make the tackle. And Natron moving real well for a big guy. 240, getting all the way down to the 5.
Natron acquired from the San Diego Chargers, and he has really come on at the end of the season after he took the starting spot from James Stewart, gained over 100 yards a week ago.
I think you've got to keep the ball in the hands of Mark Brunell. Allow him the option to either run it in or throw it in.
Second and goal. Pete Mitchell in the slot to the right. He's got the best hands on the team. Draw play to Means. Rodgers was right there. So they'll lose 5.
Wade Phillips likes to use a pressure defense. This time he brings them from the corner to try and squeeze the back or the quarterback. Nowhere to go. Watch Rodgers. Rodgers is coming off of here. You see Pop coming from the top side. Whether it was Brunell or Means, the linebackers were going to meet there.
You could almost hear Natron say, uh-oh, there was nowhere to go. Third and goal. Brunell floats it for the end zone, and Mitchell with some contact back there with Matt Stevens. The pass incomplete. They'll have to go for the field goal. Pressure by Phil Hansen.
Jacksonville put themselves in a must-throw situation, Mike, running the play they did on second down when losing 5 yards. And I think Mark Brunell took a shot on that one. He's been a resilient guy. I mean, he hasn't been hurt all year.
Mike Hollis, who has had an excellent year, comes on to try a 27-yard field goal. And the Jaguars convert on the drive.
27 yards. That brings the score to Buffalo. 14. Jacksonville.
Brunell in some pain on the sideline.
Well, Mike, as he goes back in the pocket, you're going to see some guys have a clear shot at him. He's going to raise his left arm to make a throw. Once he gets that arm up in the air, Hansen just buries his left shoulder into the ground. Watch his left shoulder. Excuse me, his right shoulder. His right shoulder just gets buried into the ground.
And Hansen has had a tremendous year for Buffalo. Brunell being talked to on the sideline. Remember, he has taken every snap for his club all year long. And there is Rob Johnson, who has had no action whatsoever. And this would not be the place to get it.
4th round draft pick out of USC. He hasn't taken his jacket off. That's a good indication for Brunell.
The Bills have won 20 straight games when they have scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. They have done that with 10 seconds left. And the ever-faithful fans here in Buffalo thinking just one more Super Bowl for this great group of core veterans who have carried him this far. Molds and Copeland deep to receive. Molds at the 8. Molds trying to get to the outside. Flags down everywhere. Molds to the 40 will check the penalty. Reggie Barlow made the tackle. Two or three flags went down on that